गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन जमुनातीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुञ्ज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन जमुनातीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुञ्ज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनातीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुञ्ज बिहारी जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद् श्रीचरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराणम की भक्ति वैभव की गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Sri Prabhupada. Vande Gurun Isha Bhaktan Isham Ishavatarakam Tat Prakasham Shatat Shakti Krishna Chaitanya Sangakam Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyeva ca Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Sarvashastrabdhi Piyusha Sarvavedaikasattva Sarvasiddhantaratnadhya Sarvalokaikadriprada Sarvabhagavata Prana Srimad Bhagavata Prabhu कलिभान्तोदितादित्य श्रीकृष्ण परिवर्तिता परमानन्दपाठाय प्रेमवर्षाक्षराय ते सर्वदा सर्वसेव्याय श्रीकृष्णाय नमस्तुते मदेकबन्धुमत्सङ्गी मद्गुणो मन्माधना मन्निष्ठारकमद्भाग्य मदानन्दनमस्तुते असाधु साधुतादायिन अतिनीचचतारक हानुमञ्च कदाचिन्म प्रेम्णारित्कण्ठय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
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 So, today is the last class in Unit 3 where we are discussing prayers of Queen Kunti and passing away of Bhishmadev. Today the last lesson will be speaking from text number 29 till 49. So before we continue, what we are discussing yesterday, you remember some points from yesterday's class? Yes, Mataji.
How Yudhishthir was dressed up like a king, he looked like a Kuvera, and then he was on his chariot, how his chariot was there, and he went to when Bhishma Dev was lying like a demigod fallen from the sky. But though Bhishma Dev was physically not capable of welcoming everybody with his smiling face, hearty expressions, and his mind was very, he was sane, like he was not like disturbed. So with that expressions, he welcomed everybody, and all the sages and all different who were non-Indians, they came because Bhishma Dev was highly learned. His guru also came, Parshuram also came. We saw that story, and then he after welcoming, he wanted to give others a chance.
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
So when all the Pandavas they all went, so immediately the tears were falling, tears of ecstasy it was written. So beyond our imagination, tears of ecstasy. He was explaining about what all suffering they all went. So he was explaining that how so many tribulations happen in those. You all were not supposed to be alive, but you all are alive because of Dharma, Brahmanas and Lord Krishna. And then the Adbhut Karmana is that Lord is there also, but still he is making that okay, how different, how was happening with them. And he was remembering also about Queen Kunti, that how she suffered a lot because from the very beginning she lost her husband, and then because when they went to Hastinapur there were so many struggles, and so these all things made him like so much into tears, but as well as he was happy that okay, now he has become the king, the last cherished desire which he had, it was fulfilled.
So what was the cause of Pandava's suffering? Bhishma Dev determined?
Inevitable time.
What is that?
Krishna himself.
Circumstance to
Because Krishna wanted to teach.
Krishna putting that devotee circumstance to dear to him, to remember him always. No danger means you always remember Krishna. Yeah, putting situation.
They needed to establish the kingdom of virtue, so temporarily they had to undergo suffering. And the method that Krishna likes to teach is he would put his sincere devotees through suffering, and then this way the Lord can learn from them. And the other point which we ended the class with was the Varnashrama system that Bhishma Dev was giving the commentary on. And we were just discussing how we can implement these strategies within modern times. And any sort of upcoming projects that anybody thought they could contribute to that in this day and age.
Yeah. Well, Varnashram is a topic we discuss in ISKCON, but even today, if you see, we don't have many farm communities. Most of our temples are located in the cities. And city means just like a small piece of land, maybe only one building, and thousands of devotees are connected with that temple. So there is no farm community, there is no essas called like Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. According to their propensity, they are working. Everybody is going to work in some company, software engineer. Nowadays, everybody is a software engineer. And come to temple, they perform some service. So in that regard, we are encouraging that, whatever the situation may be, preaching of Krishna consciousness should not be stopped. Just like when Prabhupada he approached his spiritual master, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in Calcutta, Vadodara Gaudiya Math temple, Prabhupada was thinking, first of all, India should gain independence. Then only we can preach the message of God. But Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, nothing should wait. Krishna consciousness can be spread under any circumstance. So similarly, this is an urgent situation for us. We are not trying to minimize the thought process of devotees who are very much encouraging this establishing Varnashram system or establishing farm community. Neither we are discouraging devotees who are in the cities that they cannot practice Krishna consciousness. Or we are not encouraging them that, okay, you just stay wherever you are when time comes. No, our goal is we have to see what is practical. This is very important in Krishna consciousness. Without compromising the principles, recognizing the challenges, and how swiftly we can implement the practice of Krishna consciousness is the success of human life. Therefore, my mood is, wherever we are, if you have got farm community, fine, try to see how best you can work with that model. If you are living in a temple where there is not farm community, just maybe one building or one apartment converted to temple, just try to see how effectively you can cater to the need of the people to make them Krishna conscious. Because at the end of the day, everybody is engaged in earning their bread and butter. And they are surviving. According to Bhagavatam, Jivasya Tattva Jigyasa. Why people live in this body? Because they need to cultivate Krishna consciousness. So there where you come. People are living, they are surviving in the body, they are earning their bread and butter. So you give them chance how they can cultivate Krishna consciousness. So in that way, you should take some practical steps how you can spread this movement. After you go back to your place, your authority should feel that you came to study, you have learned something, and you are able to implement it. Okay? So, in that connection at least, our Revati Nandan Prabhu and Mataji, I am saying that if you want to do something, please stay in touch with us. We'll provide you with the materials and you can also start teaching. And we'll see how we can help our mission to expand further, because actually this is the main need, you know. Even if somebody is establishing this Varnashram system, but at the end they have to make plan how to make them Krishna conscious, not that just stay as a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. Because nobody has ever found that solution to that particular problem. What is that problem? Inferiority and superiority complex. When one identifies himself with Brahmana, then he develops a kind of, thought process where he looks down upon those who are in Shudra status of life. No, you are Shudra. So that kind of differentiation always remains. So we don't want to create a division in the society by establishing this Varnashram system. Our goal is everybody should become a devotee of the Lord, pure devotee of the Lord. Even a Grahastha can also become a Paramahamsa. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was a Paramahamsa. So the goal should be how tactfully we can preach Krishna consciousness to people from different sections of the society to qualify them to become a pure devotee of the Lord. Make sense? It requires some intelligence. Some intelligent discrimination also required. Because sometimes you see, not everybody is inclined to perform Brahminical activity in terms of Veda Patha or deity worship. But they may have inclination to do some other service, but we don't stop them. Hey, you are a Shudra, you are a Vaishya. You have to engage them in Krishna's service and regard them as a devotee of Lord Krishna, and he is as important as the one who is doing deity worship in the altar. Because he is doing Sivigraha Aradhana, he is also doing Sivigraha Aradhana in terms of helping devotees to get stuff for the devotees and the Lord. Maybe he is cultivating, he is getting food grain, devotees are taking and deities are also taking. That's how this whole community is being sustained. But don't tell him as Shudra or Vaishya. No. So that kind of cultivation is very, very essential. Otherwise you will be like previous days. After a few years, after 2-3 generations, then we will, amongst our society there will be Brahmana, Kshatriya fighting, Vaishya, Shudra fighting. Oh, you are low class. We are the high class people. We can only teach you. You understand? So that intelligent discrimination has to be there. Otherwise, we can bring more disaster to the society in the name of Varnashram also. Does it make sense?
Yes.
So you have to be very, very expert in judging all these things and understanding scripture properly, then knowing the propensity of the people, engaging them and recognize them as Krishna Bhakta. That's all. What are you going to do in Malaysia?
Preaching.
Preaching. What preaching you going to do?
Some other place, the Malaysia, some other state, they never went preach. I want to go to that place and preach.
So who is going to go with you?
Alone.
Alone, right?
Yeah.
That's good. Go alone. Don't take anyone.
Very good problem.
And do something.
Okay.
And let us know if you need any help.
Okay.
Yes, Malaysia is a big country. There are so many places untouched till today.
Yeah.
People they have not heard of Krishna yet.
Yeah.
Especially towards north, right?
Yeah.
Identify some area.
Yeah. Okay.
So when you going to start it?
There. After this course, I will go and perform for 3-4 months, preach there.
Sure?
Yeah.
Then you will send me a report?
To whom?
To me.
Okay.
Okay?
I don't know to send in the computer.
No, just call me. Yes,
Okay.
call me and give me an update. What you are doing, I want to know.
Okay. That's okay.
Okay?
Okay, Prabhu.
Okay, I will not leave you.
Okay.
Wherever you go, I will find you.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
So from text number 29 to 30, Bhishmadev withdraws his consciousness from this world and focuses it on Krishna. That means we were discussing when Bhishmadev was ready to
Leave the body.
leave the body. At that time, Krishna told Yudhishthira Maharaj, Yudhishthira, you have come to hear from Bhishmadev, and you haven't asked him yet anything. So what happened? Then when he asked question, then Bhishmadev, he started instructing him about Varnashram Dharma, Raja Dharma, Stri Dharma, etc. And after that, now he is going to again prepare his consciousness by withdrawing his consciousness from the world. Means he was speaking about different religious principles. So he had to think, he had to meditate on other subjects. Now he is going to withdraw his consciousness from all other subject matter and focus on Krishna. Then Bhishmadev's meditation and description of Krishna while desiring Rati for him and attain Krishna as chariot driver of Arjuna. Parthasarathi Rupa is the object of meditation for Bhishmadev. So he started meditating on Krishna. At the same time, he was describing who Krishna is, who he is, focusing his mind and eyes on. Also, he simultaneously desired his attachment for Parthasarathi. That's how he perfected his journey. Then finally, Bhishmadev's funeral and Maharaj Yudhishthira's consolation to his uncle and auntie. Then Yudhishthira begins to rule the kingdom according to the instructions of Bhishmadev. So, text number 29. Dharmam pravadatastasya sakala yo yoginaschanda mrityo vanchita. Here's the translation.
While Bhishmadev was describing occupational duties, the suns caused rain into the northern hemisphere. This period is desired by mystics who die at their will.
Dharmam pravadatastasya. While Bhishmadev was speaking about religious principles of different varnas and ashramas, Sakala Patyupastita, that time arrived. What is that time? Yoginas Chandamritur Vanchanti Uttarayana. So normally these yogis, they desire to leave their body during Uttarayana time to have a better destination. But here our Acharyas explain, even in Bhagavatam also, for bhakti yogis this kind of desire is not essential. Because Bhagavatam says, Kalecho deshe mano na sajjayet. Means, according to Bhagavatam understanding, yogi should not be perplexed about proper time and place. Means a bhakti yogi, he is not worried about time and place. Why? Always he is carrying the Supreme Lord in his heart and he can focus the Lord at any condition of life. So therefore, according to Bhagavata Siddhanta, Kale cha Dese cha Mano na Sajjayet. One should not be so much focusing on time and place. Okay, so if one can successfully practice Krishna consciousness, means at any stage or at any time, he can focus his mind onto Krishna, he is successful yogi.
Can put his body.
He can put his body at any time. Okay? Okay? So then, text number 30. तदोपसंहृत्य गिरः सहस्रणे विमुक्तसङ्गं मनादिपुरुषे कृष्णेन सत्पीतपटे चतुर्भुजे पुरस्थिते मिलितद्युतिधारया. Read translation.
Thereupon that man who spoke on different subjects with thousands of meanings and who fought on thousands of battlefields and protected thousands of men stopped speaking and being completely freed from all bondage, withdrew his mind from everything else and fixed his wide open eyes upon the original personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, who stood before him four-handed, dressed in yellow garment that glittered and shone.
So now, this time, Bhishmadev is fully prepared. When he was speaking to Yudhishthira Maharaj, his mind was focused on different subject matters. Therefore, here Sutta Goswami is saying Sahasrani. Sahasrani means thousands. So he could speak about many subject matters. Or another meaning is Sahasrani means the one who is qualified to lead